So I am Liz Cambridge, and I have been fostering Cha-Cha now for about 4 months, I think. Generally, she's been a really great dog. I think she's our third COVID foster, and she's definitely kind of wiggled her way into my heart for sure. She does have some reactivity issues. With people coming kind of up to us on the trail, it seems more that she's a little shy. With other dogs, it seems that she's a little bit overexcited. So she does do some of the lunging and the whining at other dogs. She is a very fun dog and a very good inside dog. She's also a very good dog in the backyard as well. She just, again, needs kind of a little polish on the recall if a squirrel goes by. But for the most part, inside, her recall has pretty much gotten up to about 95% at this point. You know, she likes to be around us. So first thing in the morning, you know, we let her outside. She goes, kind of does her thing, and then comes right back in. She wants to be around us. She's very excited about breakfast. That's something that she's a time of day that she's very into. We've been working with her a lot since she's come here on kind of the impulse control. So we do make her like wait for breakfast, and she is, as soon as we start scooping the scoops into breakfast, you know, she knows she can come lick the spoon, and then as soon as the spoon has been licked, she runs over to the carpet and sits down, wagging her tail and waiting. And we have her wait there until we say it's okay to have breakfast, and then she rushes to the bowl. So that's kind of the morning routine. She's pretty good at entertaining herself. So we've gotten her a bunch of stuffed toys, and stuffed toys wasn't something that she could really have in the beginning of her stay here, but we've again worked on that impulse control, and she's actually got a very soft mouth with them. So we don't have any, like, she's not ripping them to shreds immediately. She does remind us not to work too hard. So she'll check in with us at around lunch, because we do take her for a walk at lunch. And she comes in around 5 o'clock and asks us to stop being so boring in our office and come hang out with her. And then we typically do another walk in the evening, but also do a bunch of play time with her. She likes to tug on things, and we're working on Drop It, and she's got that down pretty well. The other thing that she really likes to do is play hide and seek. And we think that that's like a really great way for her to kind of use her brain. And she's gotten kind of progressively better. At first, we would just hide a toy around the couch, and then she would go obviously to where we've walked, and now we can have her sit on the opposite end of the house, go downstairs, and, you know, hide things in pretty tricky locations, and she uses her nose and her brain to go find them. So that's definitely like her kind of big nighttime activities. We'll do probably 20 minutes of hide and seek, and then she'll tell us when she's done. She takes her toy and she hops up on the couch and curls up, and then it's time for TV time or hanging out with us while we read books. She doesn't need a whole lot of energy. I know she is a cattle dog, she's a herding dog, so she's got some of that in her. She'll run back and forth in the yard and get it out of her system pretty quickly. She likes to go for long walks, but she's less about like needing to go for runs or needing to go for an extended period of time. She just needs her nose working on those walks. So if you can check that box, and then you can do some, you know, playtime and snuggle time like that, that's really all she needs. I will say she's strong. So a potential adopter, like the ideal adopter, if a rabbit goes by you on a trail, you should be able to handle that. And because she will kind of forget where she is and try and rush after it. She likes to use her brain. So doesn't need to be there all the time, but like, I think it would be interesting to train her to do jumps or, you know, do things like that, just to get her doing something different, because she really does have the aptitude for learning a new thing. One of the things I just have to say, like, of all of the dogs we've fostered, Cha-Cha genuinely like makes me laugh. She's just a kind of a goofball, and I think all of her previous fosters would agree. One thing she does is she'll kind of itch her ear, and then she'll kind of get like, oh, what's that? And she'll see her foot, and then she'll try and start biting her foot. And that whole like process of kicking herself in the face and then trying to get her foot will make her tail start wagging, and then she'll get excited about her tail, which will make it wag harder, and all of a sudden she's just wiggling in a little ball trying to chase herself. So like, again, she's just like, all of a sudden you'll look over and she's just entertaining herself in some weird way and she makes you laugh. She's just a little goofball. We've watched a number of dogs now go to their forever homes, and it is bittersweet, right? Because you've developed all this love for these dogs, especially when they're with you for months. And Chacha's right there at the top of the list. It's not, once COVID's over, this our schedules won't really work for her, unfortunately. And so we really want to see her in a place where she gets to like live her best life long term, right? Not just because of the pandemic causing that. But I will definitely miss her. You know, we get kind of updates from the other dogs we've fostered, and even the other fosters that have had dogs that I've fostered, Indy and Cha-Cha. Like we continue to send messages and keep in touch with each other, just because the dogs all do touch your lives. But long term, it would make me so happy if she could find a place that she can really settle in and be there forever. I'm looking forward to that for her. As sad as it will be to say goodbye to her, and I will cry.